perfect this time. Euron on 2. Euron vandals a little 1 versus 3. Gets the first. Coming back into the swing. 2. Oh!
Hello my friend, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will enjoy the best plays and moments from VCT Pacific Stage 1 between the Japanese organization needing a 2-0 victory to have any hope of reaching playoffs, ZETA Division versus the legendary organization also in a do-or-die situation, Team 1. This game, my friends, will be insane.
You can see Euron as well, already preparing the guiding light. There it is, to follow up with the one-way on the Dizzy, the big contacts, but T1 is prepared.
Here we
Carpe
go.
picks up the 2K with the frenzy, as now Euron is going to get
And Carpe
2K already. Euron's not going to be able to TP through,
start,
as of course he's going to be hesitant to go over-aggressive.
2v4.
But again, T1 still has that contact. Now, oh, that is aggressive from Death. Really wants to at least punish, maybe even stop.
What the fuck, bro?
Plan,
First
but
round,
no,
dude.
And Carpe picks up
Chill,
pace
man. Chill, calm
pistol.
down, bro.
Again, just off of just that quick contact.
For ZETA, just didn't really seem to come through. I mean, Carpe's playing anti-flash the whole time. The Dizzy doesn't catch him until it's too late. They swing out just a bit ahead of that Dizzy. I think they felt with that connection off the guiding light that they could get a little bit ahead of that Dizzy. Maybe it would be easy to get into that ultimate quickly.
How many times did you see Guy Ace on the first round of the game, man?
Yeah. 100%, right?
Damn.
Now they got the second chance to
Especially
use that
in a do-or-die
Very
situation
offensive
like
posture
this,
as they go aggressive here onto Long, where you do see them trying to play out through the flash, and then it's perfect this time. Euron picks up the 3.
Another ace, bro? What the
Another
fuck is going on in this game, man?
For the other Gecko to get the ace, I would love to see that. If possible, Izu is going to be coming off of Hookah here.
2 aces already?
As we do see Laz now just picking up a couple of weapons, maybe even the orb charge there as he tries to wrap around. They have an idea of where he's at, and this is a 4 versus 1 after just, again, such quick contact from T1.
Laz seems very aware.
No ace today, bro. No ace today, bro.
Euron's able to turn on this very, very quickly
That was
here.
nice, man.
Steps out, gets one. Here's the shots behind. Oh, that.
Damn, man.
Okay,
That was
those
beautiful,
second two are
actually.
snappy from Euron. That's what you need.
Holy shit.
For
Laz
ZETA,
is so good with
everybody
the shots.
stepping up and really contributing.
There's the nade as well to clear out some form of control here onto Euron. Comes out
Yo, what
once
the
again
fuck
with
is
the
going on with
2.
this guy today, man?
Oh my goodness, the
Holy
hat
shit.
comes out ever so beautifully
And
here from
these shots
Euron.
are so
Throws out
clean,
the trash.
man.
What's gonna happen? Is it the connection?
Yo.
Not gonna be.
Yo,
Izu
bro, just
picking,
picking, bro. Just picking, man. Keep picking, bro. Never stop picking.
And it turns into
That's
the 1 versus 1
insane,
death.
man.
A little bit too late to the party, but as you can see, Spike
my
is out in
God,
the
bro.
open, and it's
Euron.
going to be a catch here from Rossi. Can he actually spot out where Death
Oh
was?
my God.
Absolutely not, and that's gonna be a stellar round.
Oh, use utility, but they're getting fast and furious.
There you go. Oh, they've
Yo,
done this a couple of
ZETA?
rounds now, and Zeta's had enough. Get out.
These guys are feeling it today, man.
Spike down as well.
Actually,
T1
both things are.
just bombarded by flashes. In the blink of an eye
will
here,
only put in my video 4Ks and aces, bro.
This is such a great response here from ZETA, recognizing that maybe
every
T1
round.
would try to go to what had been working for them, taking that octagon control early, and they get ahead of it, and they just shut it right down. Just tremendous ideas from ZETA to change pace, to get aggressive. This is the ZETA we're going to need. This is the ZETA that we've all been just chomping at the bit to see.
This is the ZETA band. I wasn't.
Here on bit of a mistime on that
expecting
jiggle
to see
just for that
anything close to
information
this, man.
depth though. Loving the verticality here, but he's also spotted him out, trying to trace him through the smoke, and of course, trace for trace. Vandal's a little bit too much to handle. Expert
this
making
guy,
some
man. How
waves, but
insane
that's not going to be
players.
enough. This is actually a good play though, considering how close they are to each other. Saya player not hitting anything with the showstopper. Depth does. Saya player comes in. It's a bit chaotic right now.
What is
High
going
does
on here,
separate
man?
them.
What is
a lot
this
of them
game?
actually, as the rest of the ZETA players going back, retreating onto Elbow just for the moment as they do regroup with Laz. Dust settles 2 versus 3. X-Grid get hit by the Thrash. That's going to be a bad one as the Spike is also down. Izu down by himself, 1 versus 3. Gets the first. 2 at the back. Oh my god! Izu is the headshot!
What is going on, man?
Holds on Drew. How does he do it?
Let their utility do the talking, but not much left to speak of. A guiding light, paint shells, good opener for X-Curate.
Yeah, that's going to be X-Curate finding
Yo,
a couple
Euron
of kills,
is
but this
feeling
is
it
just
today,
perfect,
man.
systematic even. 1 versus 2, Side player coming around, but they're just
Look
too
at
high.
this guy,
Cannot
man. How many
trace
kills
them
does he
on the
have?
high ground.
16?
The advantage too real,
Jeez,
and ZETA
man.
Division keeps clapping back.
Timeout.
lethality, I would say, with the weapons that they've kind of purchased. But look at this retake util from ZETA, just kind of flushing them out, especially with the help of that orbital strike. Hold on. Thrash actually gets a couple.
41,
Rossi now triggering the Seekers. Sugar Zero in the middle of things. And how does he survive? Not for long as Izu comes in for the swing. Now this waterfall coming out from ZETA Division is turning into just a bloodbath.
Timeout.
T1. All right. They're about to explode onto this one, but Sugar Zero, well timed on the volley actually here. Cooks Carpe to a crisp. So even though there is going to be that reckoning, it's a teeny tiny hole where these mollies just get that full control, right? They can't really push through this, and it's 20 seconds. This is going to be brute force from T1. They're going to have to come through with this one, but the flashes is perfect. And
no aces for ZETA, man. Another 4K.
To basically buy enough time so the ult runs out.
Yeah.
Look at this. First the Molly, then I think the Mosh comes in, and then the Wingman, then the Dizzy. That's just so beautiful. That Dizzy hits so many people. Yeah. That is just beautiful from those.
He's called in the help of both Carpe as well as Saya Player, so they're throwing it out for this hard contact right now. That nade is going to catch Saya Player. That's unfortunate. High Tide will be used now to keep the delay, but not enough as the rest of ZETA just barrages into the site. Spike gonna get planted, and Excurate not willing, not courageous enough to go for this push. Rossi tries to convert, zigzags, but Depp is gonna be true with the shots, and that's gonna be 2 versus 2 as the round continues. Izu spotted? No, Depp actually throws out on Lamps his paint shells, so he does not aware, but Euron doubles up for that pinch, and it's all down to Excurate. And this is going to be difficult because he has no idea where the first one will be. And that's
another
going to be
4K for ZETA, man.
Because sometimes, and the desk was talking about this, they get a little too readable. Here comes the showstopper.
Oh, Depp. Does that
actually hit? That actually did damage.
Yeah. Did a lot of damage,
Rossi's down to 18 out of that one.
Damn.
Got to put that into playbook.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite difficult for Rossi here. Yeah, he's not going to get that heal anymore. Bit of a contact that we're seeing right now on Elbow as both teams really not wanting to let this up. There's the flash coming in right now from T1, the push out, and it's getting a little bit bloody here as there is that separation that we're seeing. T1 now onto the site, uses the code for that bit of cover. Huron baiting in the shots, and he is perfectly baiting in.
This guy's playing amazing Valorant.
Drops down as we see ZETA Division
again with the Thrash, gaining some info, getting Showers control, but it's a quick TP. It's a catch on a Carpe.
You gotta save him. They're pushing for Carpe's body right now. Seekers comes out from Rossi.
The pace of this game is insane, man. Looks like watching a Paper Rex game, bro.
Beautiful from the duelist. Child of God as Saya Player goes in for the hero plays. Does allow Extra to go for that sandwich.
Timeout.
This game, you can never know who's going to win the round. Doesn't matter if the other guys
certainly ZETA has to be cautious. You can see
they're
worried about, off of contact, an immediate follow-up from a showstopper
is and get a 4K, even an ace.
Threat that they have to consider, and there is a quick rotation here from T1. They see ZETA and they slide players over. So this is one of those situations where I'd really like to see ZETA throw a little bit of a fake here. Throw the Trailblazer out and then back off.
ZETA probably gotta read this as, we do know that they're gonna be saving, so might as well just go for this play. All right, there it is. Bringing in the Boombayas. That's gonna be Saya Player with the first pick. But I mean, this is just a shooting gallery that, again, ZETA has got the better firepower, and they're chasing for the kills here. Guiding Link has been activated as well, and this is gonna be at least them getting that free space for now. Picking up the spike as well. It's gonna be the rotation. TP's all out Showers. So Excred gonna be by himself here.
Oh, nice
actually,
jump,
it's a headshot. Has the reckoning to delay. He's gonna push it out, and this is making it 100 times more difficult for ZETA. They're gonna get slowed down. This is just a test of
this
how
game
well
is crazy, bro.
Really
what the fucking watching, man?
Sticky situations. Saya Player around the corner. Carpe freeing up a bit of space as he tries to push it onto Lamb. Saya Player so aggressive. And the two players of ZETA Division, they're a bit far from
I knew it, man. I knew it, bro.
On one more kill, he's gonna have himself.
I knew it, man.
But the sandwich, left and right, front and back, and that's gonna be T1 picking up the Thrifty. Actually on Shower right now. Thankfully enough, there is that bend right around that's going to allow them to go for the long rotate, but there is no chance that T1 allows this. Still, though, of course, T1's got to be careful because Depp going to be able to get a little bit of damage in. Huron.
Not much money for ZETA, man. This round is huge.
Himself in, and that's going to be the spike down.
Spike down.
Both of the remaining players of ZETA Division, they try to creep up for that map control. Unfortunately, again, T1 not allowing that rotation to come in.
Right here. right here.
This is so tough now.
Hopefully they get this kill on Saya, they can win the round.
Tremendous gunplay. Good smoke could help too, of course. Maybe rather save that all. Sugar Zero getting it started.
Oh, look at this, man. This game is crazy, bro. What the fuck is happening here, dude?
Guess himself. He actually looked the other way.
You can never know who's going to win, bro.
Balls back. You talked about
now I bet on Carpe.
ZETA has it in spades for days.
Why? I don't know why, man.
Now it's all down to Carpe.
Because it makes no sense,
Former
I think.
Shot caller here for T1. Got to bring in the big plays as he spots Sugar Zero going in for the cross, throws out the mosh pit, knows that he can isolate one of the fights against Laz.
Never mind, bro. Never mind, bro.
As ZETA somehow win the round. Really stopped him from coming right in. That's going to be the plan on the spike. And of course, the force onto the post plan.
Before we take my friend's Zaya
now
player.
Using the secondary
That's the showstopper.
And they're pushing this. What the? Push coming in from here on, and Sugar Zero all the way on to elbow. I love it. T1 was so focused onto the site that they forgot that the bend, the elbow was just still a possibility here. Rossi, no abilities left. I'm sure he's got a regrowth, but he can't use that on himself, can he? 2 versus 1. There it is. Coming back into the swing. 2. Oh! Okay, one more. This is going to be perfect. No! Rossi, hit her on!
Oh my god, bro.
He saw him too, and Rossi's
This
just like,
is incredible, man.
I got you!
Damn,
He reads that perfectly. He anticipated the Dizzy. Look at where his crosshair was. He knew that Dizzy was coming out, and he was going to clear that first. Was ready for the jump peek. He read every single moment of this situation perfectly. That is phenomenal, Rossi.
Oh, he saw the first driggle too, and Huron's like,
timeout.
For post plants, instead they're pushing space, and they're paying the price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're not pushing. You know, if you have the showstopper popped and you want to push space like that, fine.
That feels
then
good,
I'm
man.
much more
that feels
okay
amazing.
With it. It sometimes works. Here we
There
go.
it is.
Showstopper. He's got him in the corner.
That's going to be Rossi down
he almost
too.
died.
Hold on,
good
expert
trade, 5
here.
for 4.
Cove actually gives a little bit of separation,
not
but
good
that's
for
going to be
trade.
a package that you not want to open. 2 players of ZETA coming into this one.
This
as
is
Carpe
huge,
also
man.
gets
Easy
picked
use
off.
the Viper speed
Thought that
on
maybe
lane.
he could sneak by at the back of the site. But
Gotta
not
save,
gonna
man.
happen
Gotta
this
save.
time. ZETA with their
Mad
advantage.
points for
Pushes through
ZETA.
soon. Wingman's going to start playing that spike in. We'll see if the snake can actually stop it. Nope. That's going to be the retake right here for T1. Side players making a lot of noise on Heaven as the rest, Excurate and Carpe, now working their way onto Lamps here. That being said, though, High Tide and Reckoning have been used to separate the side as much as possible. That is a beautiful flash from Heron, as Saya player cannot really do too much. Isu gets
This is insanity,
big
man.
plays, and that's going to be
Fuck
Rossi.
is this game?
Now alone by
ZETA needs to
himself.
win these 2
3
guys,
versus 1.
otherwise
Play
they
the
are
retake if they
eliminated.
can, but it's not going to happen.
Whoa, okay,
okay.
doing it
Rossi
again.
done it before. Can he do it again? 30 HP this time. But now they've got that left and right, laps and showers, and that's going to be a great finish here for that first map for ZETA.
Yeah, nice play here by Depp and Sugar Zero to get ahead of the retake.
That was
20 seconds
2
on the
scans
clock,
as well
my
from the hunt
friends.
that we saw
Map
from
number
Carpe,
2.
so that's going to give them a lot of
ZETA
information that
needs
this
to
is
win
going to be that
this.
C play.
T1
That being said,
also
though,
needs to win
oh
this.
my gosh, Laz just gets blast packed by Saya player, holds the angle, and they're still actually willing to fight this. Topsy's going to be there, Huron by himself, throws out the snake bite to actually reposition himself, and he actually picks up the smoke. Not much juice left in the tank, as you can see on his meter, but he can at least keep that isolation if he can. Cannot get the first pick onto Ross.
Between him and his opponents, that's a big part of this situation.
Man.
Is not giving
Can
over
you
those
imagine
close
how
quarter
many kills did he
battles.
get?
So those classics, those right clicks can really sing their swan song. But instead,
flush out everything. No kills though, so this is going to be a 5 versus 5 on that retake. Saya player committing the net.
What the fuck?
That was
He was
interesting.
smoking for
I
sure.
was watching it.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great bait and switch. Actually picks up the
Look at
2K.
that, man.
Dev is so fast. The Roadrunner, if he can actually just bombard X-Grid at this point, he's alone. He can't really play that aggressive because his TP's right outside of tree here. They're trying to wallbang him, but he's just straight up diffusing things. Can they even stop him from going all the way?
Look at this guy, man.
They do not. What a deep use from ZETA Division on this retake.
Bro?
Important moment coming through. It is going to be Saya player reaching his 1000th kill in VCT Pacific.
Congratulations, Zaya. You are insane, my friend.
The timing's going to be perfect for Saya right now because Euron's not going to be expecting it. Upgrades into the Phantom. as Huron now playing close and personal. Izu gets knocked down. Huron, here's his time to shine. Gets that coverage with the smoke, and he's playing around this perfectly up until Cyplayer gets him! Last! Too quick with the trigger discipline on the op, but it's op for op shot. We're going to be seeing a fight right now between both of the snipers. And now it's down to Depp. He's down to 4 as well. The pistol! You don't need it because Depp's got the headshot. He's got the reaction. He's got the clutch.
Prevent them from planning as best you can, but there's that nightfall. Huron's going to get caught. He just takes the nade to the face.
Yeah, you saw that he wanted to kind of capitalize on that snake bite. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen in Huron. What is up with him trying to play around these utils? It blows up in the face of the 2 young ones, the rookies of Zeta Division. And that's going to be the site taken. There's still Laz with the operator here, so he can do some damage. Izu is caught in the slow! And that's what they wanted to happen right then and there. The push out, Rossi holding with the shorty at close range. Sugar Zero.
Look at Laz, bro.
Sound exactly looks good!
Oh my
Laz
god.
unfortunately falls to Excrete as he picks up the 3K. Rossi now throwing out the Viper's Pit as well. So this is going to be a retake through the Viper ultimate. We'll see how that goes. The rest of T1 scrambling a little bit. Excrete with same position that we saw from him. Cyplayer going to get caught right now as he falls right back. That's good retake utility right now for Zeta, but they only get that heavy control as they fall down into the site. The jaws of T1 come in for the chop, and that is going to be a quick little bite, and Zeta is down 7-3. T1 not going to allow that to happen, actually. No TPs right now that they're seeing here at Link. So Cyplayer, as he scans everything, basically brings it in. Laz does not take damage from that showstopper, as he was a bit farther away. But this is going to be a retake right now, the 5 versus 5. Depp coming in. Oh, what a paranoia! The swinging from Carpe, they were so prepared for this one. And right now, that is going to be big punishes coming through. Out as Laz comes in for the swing, leaving Rossi by himself. He's got the rifle in hand, but Sugar Zero was there to just intercept.
8-4, my friends.
From Zeta Division. Yeah, that's going to be that. Zeta go for this post plan quite quickly. Look at how far forward, though. 4 players of Zeta are holding into this one. That's going to be the smoke, drop down. What a beautiful flash coming in, but they could not capitalize in time. Huron, though, hits beautiful 2 shots. Depp not falling behind. Saya player, a bit too far from the situation. Tries to sneak one in, and he is cut. 1, 3 more. It's going to be difficult. Uses that nade to isolate, but Depp coming around the corner.
Okay, man, they got the piece. That's important for Zeta.
Maybe pressure Laz. Try to shut him down. I like this from T1. Yep. Yeah, this is so smart. They know they have a gun advantage.
Spike planted.
Pushing back as far as they can, delay as well. Huron has
and this is actually winnable for Zeta, right bro. They got 3 Vandals, man.
Towards Mound, so he's going to be able to cut as much timing as possible here as T1's just scrambling right in. You do see that Excrete wants to sandwich all the way through Waterfall, but it's kind of unaware of how far we see players like Sugar Zero really are here on that C site. A couple of relay bolts being thrown right now by Depp to slow things up. Paranoia comes in. Great delay tactics here all throughout here for Zeta Division. And Huron, he's holding this perfectly, and T1 are falling apart.
This kid is insane, man.
This kid is insane.
Important run for both things, man.
The rest of Zeta follow him.
Got the now.
They're actually bringing in Laz into this play as well. That's only going to be the one player to kind of delay things, and it's going to be all onto Izu's hands.
That's
and he's
insane,
holding on pretty fairly well. Maybe even better as he picks up the 2K.
He hit him all with paranoia. He hit the whole team with the paranoia, and they kept trying to push, and he just shut him right down.
Oh, Laz knows. But that smoke kind of separates
too. What can he do?
Izu does have assistance from Carpe here. Door was open, so they're kind of thinking, have they gone for that rotation? But since we do have that trademark from Excrete on B main, that's not really the case here. And T1, I think, have a really good grasp, but look at how far back some of the players on A side are at.
Oh, he's
side players all the way through spawn. Oh, the contact's going to be here. There it is. They still know that it's going to be right outside. Oh my god. Hero shot coming out from Laz here. Not going to get a pick, though. And that's the first play. Not really working too well here from Zeta. Quick little TP out. Sugar Zero. Rossi. Stab him. Show him the knife. There it is at the back of things.
That's amazing,
and that's going to be spiked down as well. Laz, he's got his ultimate, bro. So there's no real need to save this as he goes in, rushing into the A site to maybe get a pick if he can.
10 seconds
Good luck.
left.
They're not going to give him anything here. Maybe the one. Nope. Saya players.
Flawless round, 10 to 8.
Timeout.
Now holding the angle here. Saya does not have anything else to actually kind of just peek through on this one. Next grid. What a bait and switch.
Oh
Will
my
get caught,
god, bro.
unfortunately, by
What the
Montage.
fuck?
That's kind of interesting. So he drops right down and just takes the full brunt of that. 4 versus 4.
If he missed that shot, man, it would be a disaster for
need help.
2-1.
He's gonna get pinched if he stays there. Swept through the door. All right, retake on. 4T1.
There it is, a couple of one-way smokes being put. Izu TP's right in. Gets that first quick contact.
Oh, this is huge, man.
Hiroron holds heaven. Quick little flank coming
Yo,
in.
Hiroron is an
And
insane
Side
player,
gets
bro.
hit. Cannot get his
Hiroron,
weapon out in time.
also insane
Unfortunately,
player.
Carpe's not going to get that damage as well. And,
Good talent for ZETA, man.
all right, that's operator out of the hands of Laz. And maybe even out of the hands
9
of
to
that,
10.
Maybe
Power
Dor-
of friendship.
Yeah, power of friendship. Absolutely. Gonna work to at least maybe get the slant down.
Oh, right in front of his face, too. That's going to be the 1-for-1 trade. Hiroron once more. Another one if you can. Does know that Excret has
No money for
sort of
T1,
force in
man.
hand. What a peek
Actually,
from
they have money, but
Excret.
not that
Laz
much
was
money.
right there for the refrag. Actually uses the quick bounce back. Izu now onto the site. Starting to defuse it. They're going to try to pop a couple of shots as
my
Rossi's holding the angle. They
God.
gotta stop
He
it,
got
allowing
it,
him
he
to just
got
go in
it,
for the full
dude.
defuse. And that went over the heads of ZETA Division. What just happened?
There you go. Overdrive. Nightfall to answer. He's
This
just gonna use it
round,
to
man.
break the
This
door.
is the round.
Okay.
1
Is going to have
HP.
any kind of
Keep running.
repercussion as Saya player does only get depth. Does allow Rossi
my
to
God,
stay
bro.
around and get the first kill. Second as well. Does not push through the mosh pit as that's going to take
True
away
victory.
his life. Izu now as well going in for the challenge. Does not allow Hiroron to stay into the side itself. Laz now coming in. They hear the footsteps. Goes in for the swing.
He's
And
looking like
Izu stops him dead
ZETA
in the
is not
tracks.
going to playoffs, my friends.
Now the
Here's
Saya
Zaya.
player's getting really close to this one.
Yes.
Ooh,
I don't think
know
they
what's
will
gonna
check
happen
here,
to
man.
this. I mean, Izu's giving as much
Oh
support
my
as
God,
he can.
oh my
too,
God,
as
oh
you
my
can
God, oh my
see.
God.
Oh,
Okay.
that they know exactly what's happening here.
Oh,
First
so
little
they got-
contact.
Yep.
Whoa!
What the
Izu
fuck,
traces
bro?
through the smoke. Gets a couple of picks. Sugar Zero does
Really,
retaliate
three
in
Sugar
time,
Zero is low
but he's down
HP.
to 11. 3 versus 3. Rest of T1, as you can see, rotating in right now. Excret has his TP back just in case, so he wants to take as much of a forward angle as possible. Not going to get hit by the snake bite, so no damage done at all. Huron pushes through on Waterfall. Has to go for that proactive
ZETA
play.
needs
Backs
a
away as well,
miracle.
knowing that Laz is going to be alone by
needs
himself.
a hero, man.
There is that big flank
And
coming in
Sugar
from Rossi
Hero
too.
is dead, bro.
Now the retake happens, and the
Oh my
hold for
God.
ZETA has to come true.
It's gonna be so difficult. This flank angle. If it's timed well.
You're on the site already. Oh, this is close. Great positioning from Euron. Ross is taking
Hero?
too long
Maybe?
for this. I think he kind of realizes that maybe they're on the mound or something. That's the first pick from Excurate. Now they know where
Last
Laz
hero?
is. Time is ticking down. They need to move
Or
right
no
in.
hero.
Rossi running right back in. Laz picks up the rifle in hand. 1v1 onto Rossi. Is there going to be enough time? And I think he just barely had it.
Got it, man.
Easy. He's got
Rossi
it. No problem at all.
is the clutch king, bro. Oh
No
my
problem at all.
God,
Yeah.
GG.
Only 0.36 left.
I was still looking at the monitor because I needed to make sure. But yeah, there we go. So we're gonna go to map number 3 for this one.
Yeah, and now ZETA's playoffs hopes are all but dashed.
So, my
Retooled.
friends, now
One
for
comp.
ZETA,
Going up against this Phoenix.
it's all about
ZETA has been
champions,
running.
man. It's all about
Catching
getting
a
the
glimpse of Euron
qualification
at
points
0
first
point.
year.
Now,
Meanwhile,
all
for
of ZETA
T1,
is kind of backing off.
they
don't
can
really
still
feel
go to
comfortable trying
Shanghai.
take contact here.
They
Laz gets
just
up on the
need to win
box.
this
Oh,
map.
it's so dangerous.
Yeah, has to back away quite quickly here. 4 players of T1 are already here, ready to address on Boba. You can see that Izu's already preparing his paranoia. Throws it out. All of them are blinded. They're coming right in. And
Oh
the flash
my
actually hits
God.
Dep's teammates. This is not looking
Buy the
too
T1
good
Klasky,
for the
bro.
first round
Buy the
here
T1
for
Klasky,
ZETA,
man.
As all crumbs crumbling down. They're setting up for some kind of flashes here. Goes in for the contact onto the corner, and Rossi
Rossi
still
is
gets the
insane,
kill.
man.
Oh,
look
there
at
it
that.
is.
Nice.
Dep pushes them back.
That's a good play,
They
man.
run it back. Has the curveball, but they can stop him dead in the track. That's a double up for you. Laz down. Saya player in a 1 versus 1.
Saya,
He's gonna
man.
win.
Timeout.
For this, as Laz is playing on that off angle, but that smoke is just perfect. Saya brings in the payload, the delivery of the ultimate. That's going to be down Euron as well. Gets that quick little refrag, all down to Dep,
Oh,
but he's
that's
low as well as
clean,
out.
dude.
Mike. It's going to be a retake once more for ZETA.
Planted.
Curveball. See if they can get anything off this.
Ooh, Izu repositioning right behind Rossi as well. Laz hits the first shot onto Izu. Do they know, though, that Rossi's pocketed himself onto the corner right now? No. Actually gets a couple of kills. Now it's all going to be down to Carpe.
1v2.
Trying to figure out where Laz will
Okay,
be.
man, final round for ZETA.
3 players about to burst into this as Hero
God, bro.
prepared for it. Oh, he actually gets caught
flash,
by the Dizzy. That is unfortunate. And the follow-up is Excret using his...
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro?
2K! What the pro on the 80, and he
Bro,
gets
this guy's
another
insane,
one.
bro.
How is he single-handedly breaking apart the
Man, that
hearts
was
of Tier
crazy,
1
bro.
as Carpe once again in the same situation.
That was inhuman,
Clutch
bro.
if he can, damned if he don't.
Last one he's feeling it,
T1,
man.
how does this happen?
a
How is
different
Laz
beast,
the
bro.
superstar once more? And now Carpe by himself around the corner here.
Like chocolate,
Gets the
man.
first contact. Depp throws out the molly to flush
Yeah,
him
not
out. That's gonna
today,
be
man.
that.
Insane round for Laz, dude. Holy shit.
I don't even know. Look at how quick he is. That
That
is
was so
so
fast,
stupid.
bro.
Unfair. Jeez.
Oh my
Good God.
I am in awe. We are all in awe of
should
how
be dead.
much. Yeah, but Rossi has his null command, so all that gets null
Four
and void.
plays from ZETA
Couple of
here,
mollies
dude.
though. Oh, never mind. That's just gonna be enough.
That was a nice round.
Good damage here from Zeta Division. Before the null command comes out, they throw basically
clean
everything
round,
that they
bro.
could. You're absolutely right. Now it's down to Izu. He's gonna get flushed out here. Thankfully enough, the smoke does give him a bit of leeway to move
Flawless
around.
round
but
for ZETA, man.
Timeout.
ZETA has the chance,
Any
like, oh, you
case.
guys deny
should
me
be
of the
still aware
possibility to
that
go to
deja vu
playoffs.
could happen, but
You guys are not going to, bro. Fuck you.
The payload if you can. No
Yo,
kills
that would be
whatsoever,
actually
but
fun,
it will
bro,
push
no?
them back as far back as they possibly could. Hunter's Fury.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness! Actually picks up 2, and now scramble for T1. Kills coming in from both sides. Sugar Zero gets another. The trap down, and it's only Saiyan player by himself. The pinch
nice.
comes in from all
6 to
angles.
6.
And T1. Ooh, 4-man push here on A main. Euron might not be prepared for it. Spots out Saya player.
How could
Actually
he?
spots out Death there. Now it's just gone to stun. Gonna go for the
Good
flash.
flash.
Okay. Laz fully blinded. No way Laz wins this. And Carpe took a
7
little
to
bit
6.
longer.
Where Laz is, he's gonna sneak right in there. The real question is Saya
The
gonna catch
rotations
it?
is coming, my friends. The rotations is
Laz
coming.
is probably gonna be checking the B side
Oh,
too,
look at
right?
us,
Yep.
dude.
No.
30
Goes
seconds
around the
left.
corner where both Rossi and Carpe are still looking at top mid.
25 seconds.
But they're backing away all the way through B main, especially now that
Zaya
Laz
still has
has
nade.
creeped up onto
And
the
I'm
site.
out.
They might not know about this yet. They definitely don't. And Saya!
Perfect timing,
The
dude.
timing
Perfect
could not have
timing,
been
man.
worse for him, and that
This is
opens up
perfect,
the
bro.
B site for Zeta.
This
10
is
seconds
brilliant
left.
stuff from Laz. This is what you want to see from him.
Laz is different,
Getting
man.
his own info and using it against his opponents. So smart. Now he has that op
He won the
too.
round, man. He just won the round by himself. That's what he
It's going
did.
to be Depp pushing into the site, clearing everything, and allowing his teammate to plant it right back in. Huron's going to be joining the rest of the team. Molly actually pushes them back, but Euron's so prepared for it. This is a risk.
Nice.
Pushing through that decay, and
Only Izu left.
as everything is just said
No
and done,
much
it's
money.
all Izu by himself.
41, my friend.
Just
By
like
little.
Guardian too.
Yeah. Slowly creeping in. Where's this spike planted? Oh,
Oh my
okay. I was
God,
about to say,
planted on
maybe he
HP.
can get into the site and then start defusing, but that headshot from Depp makes it exorbitantly more difficult. All right, he's doing some things. He's doing a lot of things. He's doing everything. Izu!
It's unbelievable, man.
T1
This kid is
could not
unbelievable.
be
But
here
ZETA, what the
without you.
fuck are you doing? Oh my god, bro.
T1, they're 3 rounds away. They're already creeping around the map.
Planted.
Laz is going to be holding the lurk once again. Viper Pit placed right now for Zeta, and they 4-stacked this Viper ultimate just so that Carpe, confident on the fight against Laz, did have the help of Rossi just in case, and they have the Thrash to clear things up again. Scanning everything, checking all the angles, making sure they still have a little bit of time, but they can't really, you know, bait this as long as possible. Great
Oh
shot
my
from
God.
Huron, and again,
That was a nice
they're
shot,
holding
man.
on. Saya player's gotta have to get things started. Time's ticking.
Yep,
Move
someone's
on
getting
around
low.
the corner here. Izu gets the first pick. That recon dart pushes them all back. Sugar Zero
What's
as well.
happening?
And they find Euron. Just throws out
What
the
is
snake bite, but
happening?
there's no
This game
time right
is
now to
insane,
defuse for
bro.
T1,
This game
and
is
this
crazy.
perfect. All right, now they're playing a lot more crossfire heavy. Sugar Zero around the corner here. Paranoia used. They do bait it out. Fragment also played out, but again, Sugar Zero is playing this carefully with the rest of the team. Now they're going to be pushing up onto Boba. The combination with that recon dart could be good, and it could allow Depp a couple of kills, but in the process, they actually take too much. Never mind. Depp and Hero
Only
got
Zaya
this.
left,
It's all down onto Zaya player.
low HP.
Onto the site. Opponents are low.
Impressive
You can't see this is
wiring.
going to start to defuse that spike. Hiron coming around the corner will not allow
9
that
to
half on
10.
the defuse. They do have a smoke from Izu, so maybe they
never
can
know.
get closer. Fair enough. Now, oh, okay, no, you never know, you never know. Izu's still here. That curveball once again slapped away from the hands of Depp. Now Laz coming in, does not have the angle on the spike itself, does get hit by the blade, so he's going to be deactivated for a couple of seconds. Fragment gets thrown right into his face, and now it's going to be a scan on through the smoke. Half on the defuse. Rossi coming right now for the contact, but there's just too much to handle. And wait!
They got the defuse.
They got the defuse.
The buddy, the little bro!
The little bro!
Timeout.
They've got to expect that somebody's pushed up here based on those smokes.
Yeah. Side player's alone too, so he could get caught out here. But
Depp?
no, okay, he picks up the 2K on the heavy hitters too as well on Zeta division, and he's going to be able to escape. Shock Dart being thrown out right now from Huron. That's a little bit too late. Huron coming around the corner here. If he pushes up, Tripwire is going to spot him. Now they're going to be aware. I mean, Izu's still there just in case.
Yeah, this is looking so good for
Oh,
tomorrow.
no.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The trap sprung.
Only hero round left.
Actually works out. He's going to be able to find one.
No
Trades the
HP.
weapon. Second tag of the neural theft, but
His
it's
map
already
and
too low,
series
and
point.
Izu finds it.
His playoff
One more
points for
round.
Team 1.
Brutal the conditions really have been.
ROT, my friends.
In any case, here we go again. Zeta Division now coming into
Camera?
that A site.
Camera?
Yeah. They're not gonna break it though.
They don't see it.
That gives a lot of information right now, but Depp has his curveball prepared. Rossi intercepts. Oh, that actually saves them, but it's straight
Good
for
trades
trade.
for both teams.
3 versus 3.
Hero
Crash
round.
coming in.
As the
Actually gets
Hunter's
the connection
Fury.
onto Laz. He's got to back away, but Extra's not going to allow it to happen. Smoke right in front of his face. Huron now around the corner. Huron's going to have to hold the boom. Oh, he gets the win. Huron, the rookie's going to have to go big, but no!
GG.
Just at the nick of it, and that's going to be T1 taking the series off of Zeta.
Unbelievable tenacity here from T1. Tooth and nail the whole way. Both teams with so much pressure on them. But T1 has more in the tank.